On today's episode of Wine and Real Estate TV, we discuss home inspections and pre-inspections and why they're important for you to get prior to buying or selling your home. It's fine.
It's all good.
Hi, this is Chris Morton with another episode of Wine and Real Estate TV. Our topic today is home inspections and pre-inspections and why they're important. Our guest is Scott Makseyn from Home Helpers Inspection Company. Scott, thank you so much for your time today, first off.
Thanks, Chris. Good to see you.
You as well. I appreciate your time very much. And just if we could start at the very basic, what is an inspection? Why do we need an inspection when you go to buy a house? What's the purpose of the whole thing?
Look, the inspection is very important. It's very important to have an idea of what the condition is of the home before you purchase. There could be untold amounts of things wrong with the home. Old or new, it doesn't make any difference. We find defects all over the place.
Right, and I think that's a common mistake that people have is, you said old or new. Lots of people don't do inspections for new construction, and I always encourage it because you never know what you're going to find.
I think it's a big mistake to avoid a new construction inspection. The city inspectors, while out there doing the best that they can, they're just taxed. They don't get to everything that we do, and I believe that we do look at more than what they do. Right. We find defects in new homes, some quite serious. Yeah. It's important.
So it's better to nip it in the bud before you move into it.
Exactly.
Because it could end up that you don't find it until you're ready to sell the home, and then the onus is on you versus on the builder.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Get the builder to pay for those problems now.
Agreed. So walk us through the process. You've come to the house to do an inspection. About how long does it take for a 2,000 square foot house, let's call it? About how long is the inspection going to take, and what all do you do? What all do you inspect?
The process is the same regardless of the house. We're looking at least 2 hours to go through a home. Older homes in worse condition always take longer.
Sure.
It's a visual inspection. It's very detailed and covers all the components in the home. We're going to go outside, inside, attic, crawl space. Everywhere I can physically get into will be inspected in the home. Very detailed.
Yeah. So basically at the end of the 2 hour period of time, you're going to go back and put a detailed report together of all the things that are wrong with the house that need to be addressed.
Exactly.
In your opinion. Very cool.
We can do the best site inspection there is, but if you don't have it all in writing with good pictures and descriptions, it wasn't very good. We get it all done same day, everything very detailed.
Right. One of the things I very much, to toot your horn, one of the things I very much like about using you to do my inspections is your reports are very clear, easy to be understood, and you can pass it on to the agent on the other side of the transaction, and their clients understand it very easily.
Definitely, thank you. And with that, I'm always available for any follow-up, any questions, and anyone has whatever we can do to get the transaction taken care of.
Very cool. On the flip side of this is a pre-inspection when you have a seller that's about to put their home on the market. And I have a lot of pushback from sellers about doing that because they say, well, that's the buyer's job to get that done. So talk about a pre-inspection and why that would be an important thing for a seller.
I understand that the seller is pushing back on that, but it's very important, especially if you've been in the home for a while or if you purchased that new home and didn't have it inspected.
Right.
Things move pretty fast when you're selling the home. The last thing you want to do is find out that there's a major defect and you've got 3 weeks to get it fixed. Right. You don't have time to shop, price, or get anything done at your leisure. The pre-inspection will allow us to find all the problems with the home. Pre-inspection is performed the same way for a seller as it is for the buyer. It's going to let you know what that buyer's inspector is going to find when they come in to do their inspection.
Right. I completely 100% agree with that. You always end up with these people who are selling their home, they don't want to do a pre-inspection, and those are always the ones that have like the major thing that goes wrong. And let me tell you guys, it is so much harder to get someone out to fix a major plumbing problem you may have. It's so much harder to get that done 48 hours before closing than it is 4 weeks before closing.
Exactly.
And it's a lot more expensive. So at the very worst, a pre-inspection is going to be peace of mind knowing that you don't have any big issues going on.
Definitely. It's just really money well spent.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other thing on this topic that we've not covered that you want to talk to everybody about here today?
Inspections are good for whether you're buying, you're selling, home maintenance, you've been in your home for a long time. We perform a number of services and can help in with all things with your home.
One of those services that I apologize, I forgot to mention is you do radon testing. Can you very briefly go over what radon testing is and why someone would need to get that done?
Absolutely. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer, second only to cigarette smoking, so it's very important. HUD, the EPA, Surgeon General, all recommend you have your home tested for radon. It's colorless, odorless, invisible, caused by the breakdown of uranium in the soil. It can be quite a problem. Wake County itself is considered a moderate zone. We find radon in 1 in 15 homes, and really the only way to know is to test for it.
And it's a lot more susceptible, it's more prevalent in Orange County and Durham County, part of the triangle, is that true? Or about the same?
It's about the same.
Okay.
It follows the mountain range up through the northeast.
Understood.
Some places are worse than others. Crawl space, slab foundations, basements, everyone has an equal chance of having radon in their home.
Yeah, and I think that's something people, they assume if you have a crawl space, you're good. If you have slab, you're bad, or vice versa, and it's really catch as catch can.
It's occurs naturally. It's happening outside right now. It just happens that we build our homes over these areas.
Right.
It can happen anywhere.
Understood. Well, we've reached that portion of the show where we taste wine. We are Wine and Real Estate TV. So I ask my guests always what kind of wine they want, and Scott wanted a lighter red that was on the sweet side. So I found something a little bit different. It's called, it's a watermelon flavored wine. It's actually quite good. It's fizzy. It's about $8 a bottle. There's a wine store in Durham called the Wine Cellar. There you are, sir. And Danny from the Wine Cellar will be on a future episode very, very soon. I put this in the freezer. My apologies. Nice and cold. Didn't know how long until we were going to be out today. So anyway, a little bit fizzy. Like I said, $8. Great wine. I think is going to be for summer, definitely. So
Excellent.
Let me know your thoughts.
Thank you.
Be honest with the folks.
That sounds great for the summer.
Very good. Well, I will give you the information about how to find it. It's
excellent.
Danny's a great guy. Well, thank you all, as always, for joining us and watching today. Scott, please, if you would, give everybody information about how they can find you.
It's Home Helpers Inspection Services. Our website is trianglehomeinspector.com. I can be reached at 919-247-4616.
Very, very good. And as always, for further episodes of this show, Wine and Real Estate TV, go to wineandre.com, spelled as always, WINEANDRE.com. Thank you all very much for your time. And Scott, cheers.
Thank you, Chris.